Hello students, today we will do with the mental maths, MCQs and the HOTS question of chapter 8. Now see the mental maths question. Very first question we are having in this as fill in the blanks. See first part in this. Two quantities are said to be in direct variation if increase or decrease in one quantity causes dash in the other quantity. Means if they are asking for the direct variation means if the one quantity is increasing, so other quantity should also go with the increase. Or if one quantity or the first quantity is going for the decrease, so other quantity should also go for the decrease in the other quantity. Then that is the case of direct variation. Two quantities x and y are said to be in inverse variation if xy is constant. When the product of both the quantities is constant, then they are said to be inversely proportional or in inverse variation. Now see the fourth part. More work is done in dash time. More work is done in more time. If you are having more time, then you can do more work in that time, right? And if you are having less time, you can do less work in that time. See the fifth part. The time taken to finish a work varies dash to the number of men at work. Now see, we have to see the direct variation or inverse variation between time and the number of men. So see, when the time is more, then we need less men to complete any of the tasks. Or if we are having more number of men, the work will be finished in the less time. So it is inversely proportional. Hence, the time taken to finish a work varies inversely to the number of men at work. Okay. Now see the second question, true or false. Second part in this, number of days needed to complete the work is equal to 1 upon 1 day's work. So we have done this. Yeah, 1 day's work is inverse of this. So number of days needed to complete the work will be equal to 1 upon 1 day's work. So it is a true statement. Right? Now see the third part. Two quantities x and y are said to be in direct variation if x is equal to ky, where k is constant of variation. Now see, if you are having x equal to ky, so what is happening? X equal to ky implies when y will go down, what will happen? X upon y will be equal to k. And what is k? K is a constant. So x upon y will become constant? Yeah. Whenever we are having x upon y as constant, that time x and y are directly proportional or they are in direct variation. So this is a true statement. Right? Now see the fifth one. In the given time, the distance covered by a moving object varies directly to its speed. In the given time means in a fixed time. The distance covered by a moving object that is directly proportional to its speed. So yes, the more the speed, more the distance will be covered. Less the speed, less distance will be covered in a fixed time. Right? So this is again a true statement. More the money deposited in a bank, more is the interest on. Yes, more the money will be means if principal amount will be more, so more you will get the interest in. So it is again a true statement. Now see the last one. The distance covered varies inversely to the consumption of petrol. Now more the distance will be covered, more the consumption of petrol should be there, right? Or less the distance is covered, less petrol will be used. So why they are inversely? They are directly proportional. So it's a false statement. They are directly proportional. Okay. Now see the multiple choice question. Question number 3. Two quantities x and y are said to be in inverse variation if xy is equal to k. What is k? K is a constant. Okay, k is used for constant. So xy is equal to constant. Yes, inverse variation xy should go for constant. Or x is proportional to 1 upon y. X is proportional to 1 upon y means if the denominator is increasing, then the complete number will decrease. So yes, x and y are here. Now here is inversely proportional. With the increase in y, the value of x will decrease, or with the decrease in the value of y, the value of x will increase. So they are also inversely proportional. X is equal to ky. If you do the cross multiplication, y will come here. So again you are having xy equal to constant. So your option will go for all of these. All of these are the condition for the inverse variation. Okay. Now see the fourth question. If 12 meter of wire costs rupees 24, then the cost of 8 meter wire is. So we know that the quantity and the cost are in direct proportion. So we are having 12 upon 24 should be equal to 8 upon x, and you can see that it will go for 1 upon 2 here. 2 will be multiplied over here. So you will get the value of x as x will be equal to how much? 8 2s are 16. So we are having rupees 16 as the answer. The cost of 8 meter wire will go for rupees 16. If 10 men can complete a work in 6 days, then 30 men can complete the same work in. You know that the number of men and the number of days are in inverse proportion, right? So if 10 men can complete the work in 6 days, so if 30 men are there, so more men is there, so the task will be finished in less number of days. So it is a case of inverse variation. So the product of both the quantities means 10 into 6 will be equal to 30 into x. So what will be the answer? We are having 60 upon 30 is equal to x. That is how much? 2. So within 2 days they will complete the task. Okay. Now see the seventh question. If a car travels 80 km in 5 liters of petrol, then distance covered by 15 liters of petrol is. We know that the more the liter of petrol in the car will be there, the more the distance will be covered, right? So it is a case of direct variation. So we know in direct variation both the values, that is x and y. X upon y will go for constant. So we are having 80 upon 5 will be equal to 80 is what? 80 is the distance, and we need to find the distance only. So distance will go for x, and the liters of petrol we are having as 15. It is in denominator, so by cross multiplication 50 will come in the numerator. So this 50 is coming here, right? Now 5 3 is 15, and what we are left with 3 into 80. 3 into 80 will go for how much? 240. So distance covered by 15 liters of petrol will be 240 kilometers. Now see the 8th question. In a mess there was enough food for 200 students for 20 days. The food is enough for 200 students for 20 days. If 50 new students join them, then the food will last for. Obviously now if 50 more students have joined, so now the strength of the students is how much? 250. So obviously the food will last in a lesser number of times. So it is a case of inverse variation. If the students are more, the time taken or the days in which the food will last will lessen. So 200 into 20 will be equal to how much? Now the number of students will go for how much? 200 plus 50 will go for 250 students. And the food will last for suppose x days. So x is there. So now 250 will come down. So you are having upon 250. X is equal to how much? 200 into 20 upon 250. 0 and 0 will get cancelled. 25. 8 is 200. 8 2 is how much? 16. So food will last in 16 days. Okay. Now see the 11th question. A tree 12 meter high casts a shadow of length 8 meter. Height of the tree whose shadow is 6 meter in length is. We know that the longer or the height of the tree is more, then the shadow length will also be more. The longer the tree is or the height of the tree is more, then the shadow will go for longer, and if the height of the tree is shorter, the shadow will go for the shorter. So it is a case of direct variation. So we are having 12 upon 8. What is 12? 12 is the height, and we have to find the height of the tree. So we have to take x in the numerator, right? So x upon 6. So what will happen? This 6 will go in the numerator. So 6 multiplied by 12 upon 8. So what will happen? Both can be cancelled by 4. 4 2 is 8. 4 3 is 12. and 2 3 is 6. So we are left with 3 into 3 in the numerator. That is the value of x. 3 3 is 9. So 9 meter high tree casts a shadow of 6 meter in the length. Now see the 12th question. If 5 pipes can fill the tank in 1 hour, then 4 pipes will fill the tank in. Obviously the number of pipes is lessened, so more time will be taken to fill the tank, right? So 5 pipes can fill the tank in 1 hour means 60 minutes we can take, because we are having options in minutes also. So 5 into 60 will be equal to how much? 4 into x. This 4 will come in the denominator here. So what will happen? 4 15 is 60 and 15 5 is how much? 75. So within 75 minutes 4 pipes can fill the tank completely. Okay. Now see the hot question. Very first in this. If 8 laborers can earn rupees 9,000 in 15 days, how many laborers can earn rupees 6,300 in 7 days? Now, what we are having? 15 days earning of 8 laborers is rupees 9,000. So 1 day earning of 8 laborers will be equal to how much? Rupees 9,000 divided by 50, and 15 6 is 90, so we are having 600, right? So in 1 day earning of 8 laborers is 600. So 7 days earning of 8 laborers is rupees how much? 7 into 600. That will go for how much rupees? 7 6 is 42. 4200. Right? Now, they are asking for how many laborers can earn 6,300 in 7 days. So we have to find the number of laborers. So let the required number of laborers be x. Then we are having two things. What we are having? Number of laborers and their earning. In both the cases we are talking about 7 days earning, right? So if 8 laborers can earn 4,200 rupees in 7 days, so how many laborers can earn rupees 6,300 in 7 days? So we have supposed them as x, and we know the number of laborers are more earning will be there. So it is a case of direct variation. And we know that in direct variation x upon y is constant, right? So we are having, from here we are having 8 upon 4,200 will be equal to x upon 6,300. X upon 6,300. Now x will be equal to how much? X will be equal to 8 into 6,300 divided by 4,200. Zeros will get cancelled, and 42 and 63 both can be divided by 21. 21 2s is 42 and 21 3s is 63, right? And 8 and 2 can get cancelled. 2 4s is 8. What we are left in the numerator? We are having 4 and 3, means 4 3s is 12. So we get the value of x as 12. And what is 12 we have taken? 12 laborers can earn 6,300 rupees in 7 days. So 12 laborers can earn rupees 6,300 in 7 days. Okay. Now see the second question. 3 typists working 8 hours a day type a document in 10 days. If only 2 typists are working, how many hours a day should they work to finish this job in 12 days? Now see, for 8 hours a day they are working, and they are working for 10 days to complete the task. Means how many hours they have worked? 8 into 10, that is 80 hours they have worked to finish the task. And how many typists? 3. So we can directly do the question like, let the required number of days, let the required number of hours be x. Then we are having the table in which we are having number of typists and hours they have worked. Total hours they have worked. So if 3 typists are there, so 8 hours a day and they have worked for 10 days. So 8 into 10 hours they have worked, right? And if 2 typists are there and for 12 days they are working, and for x hours daily they are working. So x into 12 hours they will be doing the working. So it is a case of. It is the case of which variation? See, if number of typists will be more, time taken will be less. So it is a case of inverse variation. Hence, we are having 3 multiplied by 8 into 10, that is 80, is equal to 2 multiplied by x multiplied by 12. We have to get the product of x, y. So these are x and y. So product of these two will be equal to product of these two. So from here we can get the value of x. X will be equal to 3 into 80 upon 12 2 is how much? 24. 3 8 is 24, and it can get cancelled. So we are getting x as 10. Hence they have to work 10 hours per day. They have to work 10 hours per day for 12 days to complete the task. Okay? Thank you.